Everybody, welcome to Roblox Developer Conference 2017 in the United Kingdom. Currently, we're joined to my right here. We have Widgeon, who is a Roblox developer, and we have, you guys all know, Elastic is here as well. So today we're going to be doing a ton of interviews with just a bunch of the Roblox developer community, and just to get sort of to know you guys and your games and everything like that. So if you want to sort of introduce yourself, the games that you've made that are notable.
Sure. Yeah, so I'm Widgeon. I've created the Plaza, Aegis, and AirX currently is what I'm working on. Those games in total have accumulated over 75 million visits, been played over 2,000 engagement years. And so, yeah, that's
so
what I've made.
That is amazing. It's actually more amazing about, what's more amazing is that you actually remember those numbers.
Yeah, statistics are very important when developing games, so we always have to keep those in our heads to, you know, say I have a competition and everything like that, so, yep.
So what kind of game is the Plaza? Like, what would you say it's categorized
under? Sure. The Plaza, in my view, when I made it, is a social extravaganza co-experience. So players can come to the Plaza and they can play games, they can drive their vehicles around, they can customize their condo. In a way, it's just kind of like a free-for-all, and a lot of kids, they love that freedom, and that gives them a lot of creativity to do pretty sweet things with their condos and just have fun in general. And so that's really where all the success came from, was just creativity of everyone. So yeah, that is awesome.
That is super cool. What sort of was your, like, what you like, okay, I want to make this kind of game? Is it something that you've done before, you've seen before?
So I've been a Roblox developer for around 8 years. I've developed, probably 5 games before the Plaza, but the Plaza was my major hit. The games I've made before that really didn't hit the mark. But what made the Plaza stand out, in my opinion, is demographics. Your game on Roblox, it should be kid-friendly, because most kids on Roblox, they're playing those types of games. And so that's where the target market is, and that's where the most audience is, and that's where you'll make the most visits. So, yeah.
Awesome. That is super cool. I mean, I've personally played the Plaza, and it's just super cool. I love games where I get put into a world, and I look right, I look left, and I'm like, okay, I can create something with this. It's personalized, and it's not anything that I have to sort of follow and stuff like that. So it's really cool. And I love doing role play stuff too. So I love role playing as well. So that's super duper cool. And then what were the other games you said you made?
Aegis, which is a first-person shooter, so kind of completely switching from like social extravaganza to more military first-person shooter type. It's kind of an open world, almost like Arma in a way. I think it's going to be pretty cool. We'll see where it goes. It's not finished yet, but a couple of months.
Awesome. So it's an unreleased game.
Yeah, unreleased. It's in alpha right now. Beta is probably going to come out near midsummer or so.
Awesome.
And yeah, I mean, it's relatively playable. It's not perfect, but yeah.
That is really cool. What do you think is the biggest problem that you've run into with the game? And that's something that you've probably learned from, like, experience from?
A lot of game development in general is just prototyping stuff. Figuring out what works and what doesn't work. One problem I did have with Aegis was, since it's an open world map, there's lots of parts and there's lots of terrain that has to get loaded into the client, and the client can't always load that really fast. So one of the things that I had to consolidate with was making the map size smaller. And in essence, this actually was a good thing, because players are more consolidated into one area, so there's more player engagement and more player interaction. So actually, in the end, it was a good thing. But it stemmed from an almost not good thing. So
awesome. Well, that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to see like the progression of not just games, but also the developers, because you always are probably constantly learning and constantly doing different things, which is really cool.
My question is, like, where do you get the inspiration to create games? Because you said, Plaza is a social, extravaganza. And then another thing is, like, it's so different. So where do you drive your inspiration from? Like,
it's pulling creativity from other places and then putting your own story on it. You can, your entire life is based around things that you've seen and taken in, and what you put out are things for your opinion. And the Plaza was my opinion of the ideas that came into my brain. So I don't know. That it just stems from wherever. I guess. So.
Cool. Sort of like a expression of yourself, almost, you would say?
Yeah, I guess, in a way, but yeah.
Or somewhere maybe like you would want to be, or want people to want to be.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming out here today,
sure,
guys. This is Widgeon. And definitely go check out his games, The Plaza, and then when his new one comes out, that'll be super duper fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming out here.
Thanks so much, man.
All right, and then we're going to have our next guest come on. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and
Don't be shy.
Alright, do you want to introduce yourself and the games that you've made?
Well, my username is Master of the Elements. I made a game called Laser. I made Heroes of Roblox, which was a recent event. I was one of the developers of that.
That is awesome.
And I'm working on a snowboarding game for this winter called Shred.
Wow. Already, it's only summer, but you're trying to get it released for.
I've noticed that that's sort of my thing though. Like, a lot of Roblox developers spend like maybe 4 months on a game and then release. But there's also a lot of developers that like to take their time, and I'm one of them. Like, I've worked on this for almost a year now.
Wow.
Like, just getting through it, finding out how I want to do things, and like with game development, you always grow. Like, you never know what you're gonna do when you start a project. And like, I've created physics on this game, and like the things that I've never done before, I've now been forced to do, and like I've grown a lot as a game developer. I'm just helped on Heroes of Roblox, yeah.
That makes me curious. Do you ever have time where you actually start the game and thinking like, oh, I'm going to do this, but halfway through you're like, I'm going to change that idea to something else. Do you ever have that?
That was like, that perfectly like hits something that happened to my game called Laser, which is like, it's a PvP parkour shooter and slasher, which where you run around and just parkour, wall run, and cut enemies with swords and shoot them with like laser pistols. And like, in the beginning, that was just pistols that went super slow. And then people just told me that, hey, this is super fun, but it may be lacking something. But I loved it as how it was. But then I just like, something came to me like, swords. Maybe I can add swords. And then that changed the game completely, and like, it made the game so much better.
When you have decisions like that, what in your mind, like, do you have to decide like, okay, this could either break the game or it could make the game? Like, is it a risk, you think, when you do that, or do you kind of know based off community feedback and everything that it's like, okay, if I add this to the game, it's probably going to be like good or bad?
Like, when it comes to like changing fundamentals, like, you often get like super into what you've done, so like it's super hard to like accept that what you have right now is not where you should go. But when you realize that and like you communicate with people, that's the important bit, since the players are what count when you do that. And like, if you just play a lot with them and just tell them, hey, does this work? Do you like the idea of this? And then they give like super good feedback, because they're they're players. They want to play something fun, and they like, everyone has ideas. Like, game developers aren't the only one with great game ideas. Like, they're the only like, the only difference is that they live on them, do them. And like, asking people, like, some of your best fans might have the idea that might change your game and make it the greatest game that it could possibly be, and that's how I think, so I like to ask.
That is awesome. I mean, community, of course, like, even with YouTube or with game development stuff, like, community is a big part of it.
Yeah.
If you're not, like, listening to your community and actively paying attention to what they like and don't like, there's really no way to grow your game in the right direction. It's, of course, you can make what you want to make, and it'd be really good, but yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. I have a question regarding, because you mentioned you made Heroes of Robloxia.
Yeah. And
I noticed that in that game, you go around and blow up hot dog stand. Is that how you think of villains?
So, well, yeah, like, it was a team effort, and yeah.
Blowing up hot dog vendors, yeah? That's a villainous thing to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for coming on to the interview. It was so great to meet you, and be sure to go check out his games.
Yeah.
All right. Bye. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Have a next guest. Hey, big dog. How's it going? Go ahead and introduce yourself and the games you've made. Most of you have probably heard of them.
So I'm braa. You guys probably know me for Azure Mines and Miners Haven. Those are the big two.
What is your favorite that you've made?
Definitely Miners Haven.
I knew that.
Definitely.
I knew that.
Why is that? Do you know? Is it just like creating the game, playing the game?
Because it's the game where I didn't. When I set out to make it, I didn't think, what's going to be a successful game. I set out to make, like, what's a game that I want to play. I sort of made it for myself.
Yeah.
I know that's a bit selfish, but, and so as a result, I kind of like it the most, because it's the game.
I mean, it worked out. I mean, you had good taste,
it worked out.
obviously, because
it's the game that I wanted to play, so.
That's super duper cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. What is like something that you would say? I mean, you're a very good developer, I have to say. I mean, you've developed some amazing games, some really, really good games. What would you say is the biggest thing or sort of battle that you overcame at some point making either of your games that like really just sort of was like a turning point to like, okay, like this is what could help me make more successful games in the future, or if there is any?
A big turning point for me was I made my first amateur game. It wasn't Miners Haven in 2014. It was called Two Player Gun Factory Tycoon. And a lot of people were like, oh, he's just a one-hit wonder, you know, that game, how is it successful? And the biggest point for me, the big turning point for me was when I made Miners Haven and when it came out and when it was successful, because that's really when I was able to start calling myself a developer. And so the big turning point for me was going from being an amateur to
actually being like a developer that people were like, oh, okay, yeah, that's awesome.
Do you ever get, as YouTubers, we get a lot of comments, not always the most positive comments, but as a developer, do you get a lot of like negative comments? And if you do, how do you deal with those negative comments?
So Miners Haven has a really enthusiastic community, let's just say that. And so sometimes, you know, I'll push out an update that players don't really like, and I get some less than stellar reviews. But no, I really appreciate how enthusiastic and how fanatic my players are, and I definitely don't take the bad comments personally. I try to see like how can I improve on this. But definitely a lot of hate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard too, especially like in some situations it's something you love and then people try to talk down on it, and a lot of times it's like not like constructive criticism, it's just like, this is bad, I don't like this, you need to change this now or I don't like it. So no, it's definitely something that's crazy. What is sort of like, I guess, the types of games that you like to create most? Like, what is the genre of games that you really enjoy?
You can probably tell there's a trend, you know,
Yeah.
I like mining games.
Yeah, mining games.
I just like building and mining games, because I like games where the player gets to build their own experience. And I believe that all games should be like that, personally, but my favorite games are the ones where the players are in charge of how they play, sort of.
That's really, really cool. And you said you have a really enthusiastic community, which is awesome in the positive way as well, because they're just like probably constantly giving you like feedback and updates that like they would want to see within the game, and you can add those on. So that's really, really cool. I love that.
I have a question.
I bet he has an answer.
Yeah, I bet he does too. So you said you like the creative side of, you know, the mining games and everything. So outside of Roblox development, do you have like a creative hobby that you like to enjoy?
Roblox really is my hobby, and it kind of turned into a job, and so it really is, you know, it's something that I really enjoy doing, and it started out as my side hobby, right? And it's sort of become who I am, because that is my creative outlet, my creative expression.
That is awesome. Do you ever feel like, now that it's your job, do you ever feel like it's like a battle? Because like sometimes when your hobby becomes a job, that's really hard.
It is, and it has been very stressful for me. I've you know, pushed updates that have completely broken the game and had thousands of people yelling at me. It's been stressful, but it's also been incredibly rewarding.
It's awesome.
That is super duper cool. Well, thank you so much for coming out here.
Thanks for having me.
I'm sure we'll see you around for the rest of the weekend, but it was very, very great meeting you, and we'll see you around.
Yeah, me too.
All right, next up,
Another
we have. How's it going?
Hi, I'm braa102 on Roblox.
Uh-huh.
And I've mostly worked on this year's account event, which I think was pretty good, I hope.
Awesome.
Yeah. I love how he just came in and he introduced
He's like, he
himself
knows.
without
He
the
knows.
prompt.
He watched
Yeah,
us too.
he knows.
He's prepared.
Yay.
Awesome. So do you want to sort of explain what you've created and sort of what types of games are and?
Yeah, sure. Well, I think I'm going to start off with the account, which I've mentioned. It was pretty much in, I think, November of the year before we were approached by Roblox. They required a team to build this year's event, and then we were working with Roblox Deepak, who, shout out to him by the way, he's pretty gay. And then over the course of, I think, 4 or 5 months, we've worked with a team of 9 people to gauge the account, which is we wanted to keep it pretty open, so could have like an open gameplay, but you're not forced, okay, I have to go there now, so the people could start with each egg. And I think we have some statistics, and we have most people played it for, I think, 140 40 minutes total.
Wow.
Which is
Wow.
longer than the production than a blockbuster movie.
Yeah.
Which we thought was pretty great.
That's awesome. What got you into a position where Roblox did approach you? Like, where were you in life to be at Roblox? Okay, I want you.
Well, I'm a CS student, a computer science student in Germany.
Okay.
I've started with Roblox, I think 2010 or something like that, but I've mostly started with playing games, hanging out with friends, so not actually developing. Somehow in 2012 or something, I've started to script.
Uh-huh.
And started building little games for friends. Some of those are members of the EBR group. It's called Elite Builders of Robloxia.
Okay.
Which like a group there where a lot of very good builders come together and sometimes do stuff, but mostly it's for prestige. And we got to know Deepak through a previous event we did, the promotional game for the Moana movie from Disney. So we haven't really. Well, some of us have some games which are pretty popular, but not like top games which are that massively popular, but pretty good.
Yeah.
And so we saw that as a chance for ourselves to grow and to get some, to get some more popular and especially have some kind of experience in professionally building games, because that's often a huge issue that like when you're starting a project, you've seen it more as a side project than your real job, so you're often not finishing stuff. And so over the years I've started 30-40 games
Yeah.
and released like 2 of them. So for myself, I mostly wanted to get out of this loop and actually be forced to release something.
Awesome. That is really, really cool. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for right now, but I really, really appreciate you coming on. Definitely go check everything out. That is so, so cool. Developing is such like a cool thing to me, because I don't know anything about it. But it's like everything I hear is like awesome. So thank you so, so much for coming on. And it was great meeting you.
Thank you.
Do you have anybody else coming on? Terry!
Terry's
coming!
So for those of you who do not know Terry, Terry is our wonderful contact at Roblox. She's the one that informs all the YouTubers of the Roblox events. So she's awesome.
Yay, thank you so much for coming.
Oh yeah, of
Thank
course.
you.
Oh my god, so I hope you enjoyed the interviews. We're going to take a quick break because I believe we'll have another, we're having a talk and then we'll come back here for more interviews. So stay tuned and thank you so much for watching. Stay here next couple minutes.
Okay, so we're gonna stop the stream now, but we'll come back in a little bit, and then we'll be doing a stream too. So
Yes.
thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Bye!
impromptu. We're actually going to be interviewing some of the contestants who will be competing in the tournaments tomorrow. So why don't you take off and introduce yourself?
Okay, so hey guys, I am Quentin, more commonly known as Noda Game. I'm actually contracted to work for Roblox. I do some work for them with the developer relations team. I've been playing since 2010, and I love to play games and love to play the games that you guys make.
Would you consider yourself a professional?
Professional gamer, not a
Robloxer.
developer. Robloxer, yes. I'm a professional
Robloxer?
Let's make that a thing. That's now a thing.
Yeah.
Robloxer, yeah.
So you're going into a contest. Who's your biggest competition tomorrow?
Wow, well that's definitely, I know they're listening outside.
I know.
That's definitely, he's pretty serious when it comes to competition, and there
See him
he
over
is.
there.
Yeah, I definitely think so, yeah. I think he feels the same way.
So you guys are sort of competition?
Yeah, I think so. Apparently he's got a massive laptop, like a heavy gaming laptop. I don't know if it's true. But
that sounds
yeah.
like a crazy thing. Like I don't know if that could
I'm on my
be
little
true,
MacBook.
honestly.
I'm on my little
Those are
MacBook,
good.
and he's on a massive gaming PC. So.
That's what we'll tell. Whatever happens, that's why.
Who knows?
It's a
Yeah.
MacBook
So
with
you guys
some
have to
gaming
bring
PC.
your own gaming PC?
Yes, or our own kind of gear, yeah.
Oh.
So what are the two games that you played so far? Traffic Rush.
Traffic Rush and Sound Volblocks, which is one of those like kind of Guitar Hero things.
Okay,
but
so you
on
have to hit
Roblox.
the
Yeah,
key.
hit the key. Yeah.
depending. So how'd those go so far?
Pretty well. Had some technical difficulties along the way. I
Was
was
it the Mac?
amazed. Yeah, I mean, recording.
Uh-huh.
When I click the button to record, I don't even know if it's recording or not. So if it recorded and I managed to get to the end, I was pleased. Yeah, and it was fun, and I know there was some glitches in a couple of the games that people got quite angry about, but we made it through.
Good. So there were like glitches. Did everybody have to deal with the same glitch, or some people?
Yeah,
had
there
to
was
deal with
one in
it?
Traffic Rush where you kind of accidentally fell off the side or something.
But
I
I
didn't
mean-
induce it myself, but you know. Hey, it knocked out some of the competition. I'm not complaining.
I know.
I'm not complaining. Yeah.
That's funny. So what sort of strategies do you use? Like when you I guess there are tons of different styles of games, right? So you have.
Yeah,
some-
I mean, we don't know what we're playing yet, obviously.
yeah.
It's going to be a surprise.
So how do you prepare for something you don't know you're gonna do?
That is a very good question.
How do you do that mentally? It's like, oh my goodness.
Just get yourself in the zone. Get ready to play some Roblox.
Yeah.
You know, maybe play some Phantom Forces beforehand.
Yeah.
Get yourself agitated. Get into the mood.
All
and
right.
then, yeah, just blocks it out.
Blocks it out.
Blocks it out.
That's pretty much like what you just need to do is just blocks it out. That's how I live my life. I just blocks it out.
Yeah.
So,
Daily basis.
well, awesome. Thank you so much for coming
No,
on.
thank you guys for having me. It's been great.
Absolutely. Well, best of luck.
Thank you. Yes, we shall see.
Yeah.
See you later.
All right, is that it? Am I good?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we have competition.
Yeah, and then we have.
Shout out, bro.
And then we have the competition.
Hello!
You look very
Long
familiar.
time.
We've seen him before.
Yeah.
So again, so for people who weren't watching before, introduce yourself. And
Hi, I'm Master of the Elements, game developer of Laser, Shred, and Heroes of Roblox. Yeah.
do you think development has helped you in this competition?
It might. It depends on what. Like, if it's a game that's similar to the ones I've made,
I
then
guess
I
that's
got a
true, yeah.
definite
You're
advantage.
like, I've had practice. 'cause
I don't
played
think
mine.
anyone's played my games more than I have.
Awesome. That is super cool. What has been your favorite game you've played so far? Like, what did you do better in Traffic Rush?
I
or-
did better in Traffic Rush. Yeah.
What is Traffic Rush? Is it sort of like a, like you kind of weave in and out of traffic kind of game,
You
or
have-
is it?
You have 3 lanes where different like obstacles come in the way, where you sometimes have to jump, sometimes you have to dodge, and
Uh-huh.
like kind of like different like mobile apps that have been popular and like that. And unofficially, I'm not sure, but we've compared, and I think I got the best score there.
Oh.
So I hope it's,
unofficially.
I hope it's one of those games.
What happened officially though? Is the question. Not that.
Let's say it's official.
So is it true that you have a massive gaming computer? Is it true?
I've heard rumors.
Is it true?
It's pretty powerful. I'll admit that. I spent a lot of the help from the players. I use your powers to help me in this tournament.
So if you win, it's thanks to them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the help that you've given me through
Smart.
playing my games.
Smart. You just
Helping
gave them
them
a little shout out over
Yeah.
there. You're very smart.
So how do you mentally prepare for this? What is your so in the morning you wake up, you know what's happening. That's in the afternoon of tomorrow. You wake up tomorrow and you're like, all right. You look in the mirror and what do you do?
Yeah, exactly. I look myself in the mirror and say, hey, I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna walk home with this beautiful trophy. And I'm gonna look into the eyes of everyone else and be like, I beat you.
There you go. That's how you have it. That's confidence right there, which is sometimes what you need to win a competition like this.
Yeah.
Do you think your competition's pretty fierce?
No.
No, wow.
All right.
Wow.
So I guess the confidence is key. It's what you need to win it. Well, best of luck to you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for coming
Yeah.
on. So be looking forward to that, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
Can't wait to see your PC.
Who's next? Who wants to be next?
Oh.
Woo! Welcome. What's your name?
Alvin Blocks.
Where are you from?
I'm from, well, I'm near Birmingham,
Uh-huh.
which is literally smack bang in the middle of the United Kingdom. So easy to get to London, easy to get back.
Awesome. That's so cool. This is my first time ever in London. I've been loving it so far. It's really cool.
It's awesome.
So what is what do you think of the game so far? What do you like?
They've been challenging, some of them, especially sound vol blocks. That was one of my hardest. Once I started off with them, I had absolutely no clue how to play. I was getting 0 scores, 0%, but I kept going, and somehow, I don't know how, I managed to
you're
get
here.
to the final.
Yeah, you're here.
That is amazing.
How long did it take you to sort of get the hang of it? Like once you sort of figured it out?
It took a couple of days.
Oh, did it?
Because those games were completely new to me. I'd never played them before, so I had to learn how to do it first and how to not be a noob.
That's what we're all trying to do, is just learn how to not be a noob.
Yeah, that is true. I actually saw the other contestants, and you seem to be the youngest.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this? Do you feel like you have the young blood
I know,
to beat the older people, and you'll be like, yes, I did it?
Yeah, I just turned 14, so
Wow.
I think I'm one of the youngest developers. But age isn't
No.
something that will stop you. You know,
No.
you could do anything. It doesn't matter on what age you are. If you have the skills, you can do it.
That's right, baby.
So true.
Yeah.
That's so true. Well, you said you are a developer. Has developing helped you with the gameplay? Like, have you developed games that are
Yeah.
similar to what you've played,
Yeah,
and you're like, okay,
definitely.
I could kind of figure this out?
Yeah, because I know how to use Roblox Studio. I teach others on my YouTube channel.
Oh wow, okay.
So yeah, I've got a good grip on how it all works, which is helpful.
That's awesome. Well, that's super duper
So
cool.
how bad do you want that trophy?
Now that I've seen it,
You've
I
seen
Oh,
it?
you guys have seen it?
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Oh.
it yet.
Oh, you have? We've seen it. I've seen it.
on the blog,
Uh-huh.
and it looks so good.
It does look
the
really, really
competition
cool.
is real now.
Yeah.
The competition is super real.
I actually asked this question to the first person we interviewed. Who do you think is your biggest competition?
Got to be master of the elements.
That's
He's
it.
really
That's
competitive.
Oh, see, he seemed really competitive when he was
Yeah.
sitting next to me just a little bit ago. So,
Yeah.
well, awesome. Thank you so much. Best of luck
All right.
to you in the competition.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully.
Bye. Thank you. Who's next? Who's the winner? That's what I heard was coming next. Was the winner of this competition? Future winner.
Welcome.
Welcome. Hi. Would you introduce yourself and?
Yeah, my username is Roblox Clothing. I've been making clothing for quite a while on Roblox now, for about the past 7 or 8 years. Currently, I'm making the clothes for a very popular game, Apocalypse Rising 2, so I'll probably be working on that for the next few months.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. So you're a designer.
More or less, yeah.
You're a creative mind going into a fierce competition. How do you feel about that? What's your strategy going in there?
I mean, I'd say I'm kind of the underdog of the competition. I think I was only kind of lucky to get into the final because one of the games that came up, which is Sound Roblox, is one I'd actually already played prior, and it's really heavily influenced based on previous experience. So I think, well, we all sort of chat in a group anyway, so we're all sort of talking to each other the entire time as finalists. But I think I scored the highest out of everyone there. Like, we just
Wow.
thrashed them, so I was kind of lucky there.
So nobody knew before the competition that what the games that they were playing, so they couldn't go and practice and stuff.
Nope.
And so you found out, and you were like, oh, "I've
Yeah,
done
but-
this.
yeah,
I can
yeah.
do this.
It
This
was
is
just
my
complete
time."
luck.
That is so cool. That is super duper cool. So I'm guessing out of the two that you played, you like that one better.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't complain if it came up again.
So okay, so let's say the next game you play is how you felt with Traffic Rush. Does that throw you off your game? You're prepared, ready to go. You go in, you have no idea. You've never seen the game before. You don't know how to play it at all. Do you think that's gonna like mentally throw you off? Or you're like, no, I can learn this. I can figure this out. It's gonna
Well,
be
based on the
perfect.
fact that Master of the Elements, as I'm sure you heard before, is a really competitive guy. I mean,
I've heard.
kind of thrown off, yeah.
Kind of.
But I'm definitely going to try and give him a run for his money, I think.
Oh yeah, I definitely think you can give it a run for his money for sure.
That is so cool. So I heard that everybody's from different parts of the Europe, all the contestants. Where are you from and how was your travel here?
I'm from right here.
You're from right
It
here?
took me about 30 minutes to get here.
Oh,
That was
wow.
All right.
Pretty lucky.
That's awesome. So no jet lag.
No. I mean, that's one advantage I might have, I guess, but I think their jet lag will probably have worn off by then, so.
We'll just have tons and tons of coffee, the rest of them. You don't have
Yeah.
to. You'll be good. Well, awesome. Thank you so much. I do wish you the best of luck. I think you got it. I heard Master of the Elements might have it, but I think you got it.
Well, I'm definitely
Woo! Woo! Alright, thank you so much for coming out. Who next? Is this the winner? Is the winner next? The thing is, we gotta have confidence now because we got Master of the Elements. We heard his name in almost every single, I think every single interview so far.
Definitely one to look out for, definitely. Yeah.
So, how are you gonna beat Master of the Elements? That's the question.
I think I have an advantage. I play the piano, so the sound Roblox game I was really good at. I got like 99% accuracy, so I think that's going to help me a lot, definitely.
That's so cool that you do like you play a real life thing and it
so that
really
helped
does
me. Yeah,
go
definitely
into
with
a
that
video game.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So do you guys have no idea what types of games they're gonna throw at you?
No idea
or, like,
at all. No.
That is
I'm hoping it's
so
going to be similar to that one since I did so well
scary.
in that one. But I mean, I think they might throw in like an obby or something, but we'll see.
We'll see.
That would be
Obby.
crazy. I personally love obbies. Like this is the kind of thing is
Yeah,
you know
Death
what
Run is really
like
good.
what kind of games do you like to play most?
I like
what's your,
Death Run, so that is kind
I
of
love
like an
that
obby game, and
Death Run's a good game.
Sound Roblox I really enjoyed. I never played it before, but it was really good.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
So I actually asked this person to the previous person too, but everybody's from different parts of the Europe. Where are you
So
from?
I'm from Hertfordshire, which is like Greater London, so it wasn't too far. It took like an hour to get here, so not too far. Yeah.
Are you staying around here for
Yeah, I
the
was
event?
staying in the hotel.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, so.
Is this your first RDC?
I went to one in 2015, and that was really good. I wanted to come back. Last year I couldn't quite make it because in America, but it was really good, and I
So
really
how
wanted
does
to come back.
this one compare to the one 2 years ago?
A lot bigger. There's in that one there's about 50 developers. I think there's about 120 in this one, so it's way bigger.
Wow. Because we were in the one in America a couple weeks
yeah.
ago, and there was like 300 developers there,
Yeah,
so
there
it
was
was
a lot
huge.
there.
So that's definitely really cool.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely wish you the best of luck.
Thank
Do
you
you
very
have
much.
any sort of strategies that you're gonna be going into this with, like?
Score more points than everyone else. I think this is the best strategy. Really.
Have you been playing just so much Roblox recently? Just like you're gonna.
I've been trying to play quite a few different games just to prepare myself.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I think you definitely could do it. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Woo!
Is that everyone? Or do we have
I think we have one more.
person?
Two more.
Two more people?
Two more people.
Okay. Awesome.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. Hi,
you're here.
Guardians. Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hello.
Have you ever heard the name Master of the Elements? Have you heard that name before? I heard it might be one of your competition, and he sounds pretty strong, like some strong competition. Have you heard of it?
What if I said no?
Well, I guess that would be good. You're just trying to cancel out the competition in your mind to get yourself ready. Well, you can introduce yourself.
Where's mine? Oh yeah, Draves. Hello.
So what is sort of your preparation that you're doing right now for this competition? I mean, you made it to the finals. Do you play tons and tons of games? What do you do for preparation for this?
Sleep.
Yeah? That's
sleep's
important.
good.
You know what? I think that is probably something that a lot of other
contestant.
people don't. Oh, you're not a contestant?
No.
Oh! I'm so sorry. I thought you were a contestant as well. So you're a developer?
Yeah, develop.
What games have you developed?
I've helped develop many games. I mainly build maps for other people, like Simply Remove, for example. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I'm planning to make a game in the future, but for now, I'm just going to say it's going to be an English role-playing game.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. I love role plays.
Yeah, we love role plays, so it's going to be great.
I just see American role plays, so I'm like, where's the British? They're coming!
Wait, does that mean you're going to have awesome structured school with really gorgeous uniforms?
Yes.
And oh my goodness, I love this idea.
I see my sister play high school, and I'm like, where's the uniform? The school, it's horrible.
I know.
That is so funny.
I love high school and everything. And I personally, when I went to grade school, I preferred not wearing uniform. But now that I'm out of school, I'm like, I love uniforms.
Uniform was my soul.
I know.
I've never worn a uniform ever. I can't relate, guys. I'm sorry.
So you said you helped develop a series of games, different games. What's your favorite part of developing a game?
Well, to be honest, it's giving the person a chance to make the game successful. Sometimes I make maps for free, so other potential users
who can't kind of buy expensive maps from really good builders. So I kind of do it sometimes free, so other users have a chance to get on the front page.
That is awesome. Are you a builder? Is that what
Yeah.
you do mainly? Is just building and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you do any other parts of development?
I can
like
kind of
scripting
create
or-
music, but I'm kind of hiding that until the English role playing.
We won't tell anybody.
I
Don't
see,
worry.
okay.
There's nobody watching.
Yeah, just the camera.
Yeah, just the cameras there. Well, that is so cool. So you've helped develop a bunch of games, and you do it for free for some people just to give them that next step. That is so cool. I mean, there's things like that that are definitely going to, I think, you're going to see that in return. And you're going to get sort of that help because of that. You know what I mean? So I think that's really, really cool.
So there are many different, like there are 3D programs out there that you can actually build and everything. But what made you choose Roblox, and what makes Roblox special for you?
I actually don't know. It's like one time, it was Christmas, and I looked at an advert and it said Roblox. I was like, try that. And I kind of like to join architecture building, so I kind of like translated that into an actual game. And that was really cool for me. And I kind of got, I'd say the word addicted to Roblox.
Same.
Yeah, I can't get away from it.
Can relate to that. I'm sure most of the people here watching can also relate to that.
Yeah.
It's a super duper fun game.
Now, as a builder, when you look at different buildings, because London is a gorgeous city, and I've been just really enjoying the old, buildings around here and everything. What's your favorite style of building?
Style of building? Oh. I'm definitely going to say not modern. I hate modern. I like...
I love your answer so much.
I'm a big modern fan.
I know, I'm a big...
I like the boxes, the boxy look, where it's like
No.
really boxy
I'm a big
and
classic
symmetrical.
fan, so...
Thank you!
I'm gonna sit here and drink my
That is so awesome that you build. I've been trying to learn how to do Roblox Studio, but it's so hard. I don't know. Maybe I'll one day teach myself, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Just watch some YouTube tutorials.
Yeah,
or
YouTube
something.
tutorials.
Usually is where I go.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much for coming out. Wish you the best of luck with your game and with this stuff in your future.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Is this a game contestant next?
No, developer.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, most of the
Hi.
game the contestants were also developers too.
That is very true.
So.
Hello.
Hi. How are you
Hi.
doing? It's good to see you guys again.
Good to see you.
For the people who didn't see,
Hi.
can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Bluey, or Ivan. I work with Rolf on Roblox. We work on the game Counterblocks Roblox Offensive. I'm a developer for that. Yeah, and we're trying to further our game and improve it and make it better. That's what we're currently working on right now. We're hoping to make it further up on the games page.
What are you doing? I mean, if you can say, if you want to say, what kind of steps are you trying to take to get there?
Oh well, right now we're remastering the game. We're making it perform better on computers because right now it's a little bit unoptimized, so it doesn't run well. But we're working on improving the optimization. We're reworking all the visuals. That's my job. I'm doing all the visual stuff. We're reworking animations, 3D models. We have everything that we post on Twitter, so people can actually see our remastering stuff. So yeah.
Did you by chance catch the live stream from the US RDC? Or did you see any of the updates and things that they're trying to push out in the future?
I was there.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
I met you guys there.
Yeah, I remember meeting him there. I
Oh.
remember seeing him there. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, good to see you again. So from that, the stuff that you learned from there, is there anything that you are really excited to implement into your game?
Yes. We want to. So a big primary factor that we wanted to include in our game is something like a cooperative game mode where you can play with your friends against artificial intelligence. But the artificial intelligence is kind of hard to work with as of now. But they were talking about how they were going to improve the AI, and I thought that was really cool. And I definitely want to put that in the game because not a lot of games are really cooperative on Roblox. So that's something that we want to introduce that's new to the whole game,
Awesome.
whole platform.
I'm excited for that. That's cool.
Yeah, Counterblocks is definitely getting a remaster.
Woo!
Yay.
Great news!
Great news!
Yay. So you went to RDC US,
Yes.
and you decided to come to RDC UK. What made you decide to come over to this one too? Because it's
There are 3 reasons why, actually. One is because, well, I wanted to attend both because I wanted to kind of outsource. I kind of want to talk to as many developers as possible, make new friends, and just improve relations overall. I want to get myself more affiliated with the platform in terms of employees and other developers on there because, I mean, it's healthy. It's what's going to help. It's what's going to help me. It's what's going to help them. It's good for all of us. The second reason is because I've never been to London before, so I just think that's really cool to actually be able to go to London. It's a great city. I love it so far. A lot of beautiful things to see. I've already gone sightseeing today, and and I went to a couple museums. Those are really fun.
So where are you coming from?
I'm coming from Sacramento, California.
Oh, so you flew all the way over the U.S. and then over the Atlantic.
Yes.
And then into London. That is a long flight. Was it one flight or more than one flight?
It was 2 flights.
2 flights?
Yeah, I had a layover. It was.
That's crazy.
And
I came from
jet lag.
Colorado and it was like 9
Oh, you came from Colorado. I used to live there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's crazy. So are you super jet lagged? Just like.
Yeah, I've been
Did
pretty
you
much
land today
done.
or yesterday?
I landed yesterday.
Yesterday? So you had like a little bit of recovery, but
Yeah.
it still doesn't count because you especially are way opposite your
Exactly.
time clock. So
Yeah.
you're just completely flipped upside down.
Yeah, it's been tough. I arrived here at like 8, and then we couldn't get to our hotel until like 1 in the morning. So
Yeah.
I was so confused. I didn't know what time it was.
Goodness.
I felt off about that. Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, thank you so much for coming out, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the thing. Maybe you learn some more stuff that you can maybe implement into your games and stuff.
And meet
in the
new
future.
people.
And meet new people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can collaborate with.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm always looking for new people that are good at what they do, because that only helps us.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Like Outerblocks.
We look forward to seeing you around. Go Roblox.
Yay! Yay for
Terry!
Yay!
Terry!
It's me!
Team Money.
Team Money. So that is almost concluding this segment, but we have 2 birthdays.
We do?
We have 2 birthdays.
We
yes.
do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who?
Wait. His birthday is coming up soon. Are we talking about?
Am I one of them? Woo, my birthday's on Monday.
Yay! And it's also Phoenix's birthday. I know he's watching.
Phoenix, happy birthday! Wait,
Today's his
today?
birthday.
Happy birthday!
Yay! Now that the licensing has dropped off, we could sing happy birthday. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Papa Guardian and Freddy.
La, la, la.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Phoenix.
Not gonna lie, I did not know that was licensed, so I would have gotten copywritten for that if I'd sang it. I probably
wow.
sang it in videos before. Good thing
I've
it didn't
done
get
it
under
before.
content ID.
But thank you so much for joining us on RDC before your special day. We really appreciate you on behalf of Roblox. It's been fantastic having you guys get featured and have run the interviews.
And
It's
thank
been
you so much for
fantastic.
having us.
Yeah, of course.
It's been amazing.
And thank you to YouTube Space London as
Yes.
well for all just the amazing hospitality.
You guys don't see them, but thank
The
you so
behind
much.
the scenes here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, they did an amazing job.
Yes.
Like this is like 100 times.
You see how
better than what I
professional this
expect.
looks?
Yeah,
that's not us.
professional.
that's not us.
But we will be continuing live streaming this weekend on all of Roblox's platforms, Twitch too.
Yes, and YouTube.
Twitch and YouTube, so make sure you follow Twitch and YouTube for Roblox as well, and you can keep up to date on the weekend.
And also, Ryan and I have been vlogging everywhere. So once we are back in the United States, we're going to post the vlogs too. So you guys will be able to catch how it was for us to experience Roblox and YouTube Space and everything. So stay tuned for that too.
Stay tuned.
All right.
All right.
All
Is that
right.
it? All right. Bye, guys. Thank
Bye,
you so much for
guys.
watching.
See you tomorrow.